I'm Gallagher, and it's another episode of The Story Behind the Car, and I'm with Matt. And Matt, wow, tell me about your car.
So it's a 65 replica. It's a factory 5 kit. And, before this I had a Cobra, and I really liked the freedom of having the open top and everything and all that. It was a whole lot of fun. And the biggest thing about it is I had a little bunny rabbit that rode with me in a little cage, and he sat in passenger seat. And so
a live bunny rabbit?
Yeah. So I liked having the Cobra because he fit in it, and it was open top, and every time I went to car shows, it was just all, a whole lot of fun, and everybody loved him. But then I lost him, and I decided, well, it's too much.
He died, or?
Yeah, he died.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't run away.
Yeah.
So I figured it's too much sentimental value, and used car prices are going through the roof. So what I did was I just throw it up for sale. I should have asked more, but what I asked for it, the first guy who looked at it gave me my asking price, no questions. And
Okay.
All right.
So when did you get this?
So what I was saying was, I was like, let me upgrade since I got so much money for the Cobra. I wanted air conditioning, heat, and some more creature comforts. And some just a little bit more comfortable. And the biggest thing was a roof, just in case it started raining, like today, obviously. Yeah. I'm not sweating it. And my interior wouldn't get all wet. So this has windows that'll bolt in, too. But I saw this Facebook Marketplace of all places. Can you believe it?
Holy shit.
Yeah. And the price was amazing. I'm like, well, it's only a little bit more than I paid for got for the Cobra. And so I said, man, I can't pass that up. And messaged him. He's actually been building factory 5 cars for 25 years and builds all their SEMA cars. His name's Henry Renaud. Hit him up if you want one professionally built. And so I said, okay, I'm not going to pass on this one. I got a plane ticket immediately.
Where was it located?
It was in Florida.
Okay.
And we're in St. Louis here. So I'm a truck driver. Took a couple days off.
Is it okay if while you're talking, I shoot a little bit of the inside?
So what I ended up doing was flying down there. I checked it out, and my one contingency was I needed a heater because I was tired of not driving it in the wintertime. And let me open up the trunk and the hood for you.
Sure.
So it's a little bit dirty because it's my daily,
It's your daily.
I take this to the grocery store or wherever. So, I don't care. It's messy, but I don't care. I rarely wash it, but...
So you only drive it on Sundays?
No.
You drive the shit out of it.
I drive it every single day I'm home. Like I said, I'm a truck driver. So anyway, I got down there, checked it out. Of all things, the dang heater didn't work. And if you want to show them, the heater switch is actually on a switch now.
Yeah. Can you open the door?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a popper?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, the heater switch, you're saying?
Yeah, so it normally comes with a potentiometer knob. And we were trying to figure it out, and then we kind of realized, looking at it together, hey, this needs to be rewired and really needs polarity reversed instead of just changing the voltage. The guy who built it's an electrical engineer. And so we figured that out, and I said, okay, I'm a truck driver. I'm home every 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. Get it fixed. I'll take another home time in 2 weeks. I'll hook up my enclosed trailer. I'll drive down to Nashville. You meet me up in Nashville once you get it fixed, and we'll just switch it off, and I'll buy the car. And he said, deal. I said, you're on. You got 2 weeks to get it fixed. Got it fixed in the nick of time, like on Thursday. And I was driving down there on Friday. So on Thursday, he got it fixed, and hooked it up to the trailer and drove it up to Nashville. He was good on his word and everything. So if you want to do business with him, he is good on his word. And yeah, the rest is basically history. I've done a little things here and there if you want to show. I welded up these headrests here. Those are completely one-off. They bolt to the roll cage right there. They're leather and some padding. Add some more padding to the seat. And one thing, my favorite modification is if you zoom in by the fire extinguisher, those are my knobs for the seat heaters.
Oh, wow.
And on a cool morning like today, it's kind of nice having the seat heaters, and that actually really helped me out because last winter I fell off the trailer, and man, my back was so sore. And so I drove this all winter long, cranking up the seat heaters, and that really helped out my back.
How is it in the snow?
I never driven it in the snow.
Okay.
I've driven it with some flakes on the ground.
Yeah, 'cause I can't imagine this.
Coming over here to fast lane classic cars.
Yeah.
So
Can you raise the hood?
yeah, that's basically the story. I put more miles on this than my pickup.
And how many miles are on it?
About 7,000 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked it up with 2,000, 2,500, somewhere around there.
And tell me about the motor.
Sure, it's a Gen 2 Coyote, 2017, obviously fuel injected, dual overhead cam. Revs to 7,000, so it gets pretty rowdy. The only thing is, it's a big adjustment from the Cobra that had a 383 stroker. That was a torque monster, and this one's more a top-end motor. So it took a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's a real nice design here. This is actually, funny story behind it, it's the first space frame. So this is a third-gen chassis, and Factory 5 went with a space frame. They used to use the Cobra chassis, and then built the roll cage or whatever, the radiator support on top of that for the Daytonas. But now they're coming out with a completely one-off space frame for the Daytonas. And I like that. It's 100 pounds lighter, 60% stiffer, and there's a little bit more foot room. I said that's exactly what I want, because I was wanting a race car that's like a daily.
Yeah.
So, actually, funny thing is, Henry's been building cars for Factory 5 so long that the reason I got such a good deal on it, they hit him up, said, we're coming out with this new chassis. We'll give you everything half off. And you just go crazy with it, and we'll use it kind of like a showpiece or whatever. And so he said, all right, I'm a Cobra guy, but I can't pass up that deal. Maybe I could, drive it or resell it or whatever. So he got every single option. If you see, I got the big 6-piston Wilwood brakes on the front, 4-piston on the rear, independent rear suspension, which I really like. Like I said, air conditioning, power steering.
I'm going to walk around to the other side.
No, sure.
Don't want to
please.
interrupt you.
Please.
My friend has a Factory 5 Cobra. Mm-hmm. And he built it himself.
What's his name?
Lynn Rao.
I'm trying to think.
He's out in Wentzville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't really say he and I are building a 61 Chevy for myself, but he's doing the work.
Right.
But a 61 Chevy pickup truck.
Well, I mean, if you do some of the work, man,
Yeah, he asked me to stay away for a while because he's doing the wiring.
Oh, right, yeah. That's the one thing you don't want to mess around with.
No, and I distract him, and I can't imagine doing the wiring.
Yeah, and that was the thing is, it's one small thing like this heater or something here, just a wire getting backwards or whatever, and it just won't work, period.
This is just amazing. Anything special about the exhaust pipes?
Actually, yeah, these are custom-made exhausts. The kit comes with exhaust, but he had these welded up because he wanted straight pipes. They come with a little bit of fiberglass in them in the muffler. So these are complete straight pipes.
Okay.
And it's got the primary oxygen sensors, but the secondaries are tuned out, obviously. So it's actually got an OBD2 port and a check engine light. And that was the thing is I was wanting a car that I could, all the wires are labeled and color-coded and everything, and there's schematics for everything. And that's the thing is I wanted a car that I could do all the work on, fix myself, because obviously with a kit car, you're going to have some issues.
Right,
and I have, and I've been able to fix them with relative ease. So that's basically it. You saw the stereo and everything. It makes it kind of unique. And the color, everybody asks about the color, and this is actually BMW Frozen Arctic Blue. And it's real dirty, so you can't see the flake. But this is actually a satin color from the factory. So it's designed to have satin clear on it. And that's why it kind of makes a satin pop. And they have it on the M5 or whatever. And I think that's kind of cool because before the Cobra, I had the M3. So, I like European cars. I like American cars. I like Shelbys. I like Japanese cars. So I got a little bit of everything in here. I got my Domo Kun hanging from my wink mirror, so I got a little bit of Japanese thing. And then I got a BMW color. I had a BMW, and I had the Cobra. This is Shelby. So it's kind of like an accumulation of, all my cars. and my style and taste, up until now. And I believe it's really going to grow with me.
So I have 3 questions. I had 4. One about the color. You answered that.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the wheels?
So
and then also, before we do that, do you mind starting it when we are finished?
Oh,
just so we can
course.
hear it? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'd be have some pissed off people if they didn't hear it. And then the last thing is, do you have any social that you have a
course.
YouTube channel you can share?
Yeah, I got a YouTube channel, Tips for Truckers. Check it out. I give you guys tips for beginner truckers, because I don't want people to learn the hard way how to get into trucking like I did. So that's the main thing about my YouTube channel. So Tips for Truckers, number 4. Subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Check out some of my videos.
I'll put a link below.
Sure. But so the wheels you order these from Factory 5. They make 17s and 18s. These are 18s. 9-inch in the front, 11-inch in the rear. So the tires are 275 in the front and 335s in the rear. And they really complement the independent suspension really well. I don't know if you could fit these on the solid axle cars, but he said you could fit up to like 13-inch wheels on the independent suspension cars.
Okay.
And you can kind of see how it has independent suspension if you
And I can see they got the safety wire on there, so it's legit.
Well, no, these aren't actually knockoff wheels.
Oh, they aren't?
They fooled you, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, see, they got a set screw here, but instead of putting in the set screw, he just hooked it up with the wires. You spin this off, it's a real spinner, but then it has a little hubcap right there that pops off, and you get to the 5 lug nuts. So it's got Mustang uprights front and rear.
Right on.
So.
All right, the last thing is, can you fire it up?
Wasn't there another question you had?
I asked you about your social. I asked you about the...
social, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
The color, the wheels. So as Matt gets...
Get the video of me getting in. Because if you want to get these cars, you can't be over 200 pounds and you can't be over 6 foot. You'll never fit in them. So they're made for guys like me. So first of all, you got to put one leg in, sit on the sill. Then you grab the roll bar with one hand, you put the other leg in, and then you kind of slide yourself on in like that.
So kind of like Chuck Yeager getting in the, when he broke the sound barrier.
Right. So I normally put my steering wheel on. I might as well, just in case I roll forward.
Yeah.
Just for safety's sake.
And I'm going to slide around the back to hear it.